Lightning in a bottle, I think I just found my perfect sound. Can you see the fire in my eyes? Bitch, it's burning now. Lightning in a bottle, I think I just found my perfect sound. Can you see the fire in my eyes? Bitch, it's burning now.
Yo, yo, yo. It's your favorites, First Choice Fantasy. And we're back with another video.
Our favorites.
Speaking of favorites, our First Choice favorites
For sure.
from the 2021 NFL Draft.
Work with that.
Boys, how we living?
Doing good?
Alive.
Alive and well, of course. Speaking of well, let's just dive right into it.
Decent pulse.
Alex, kick it off.
Okay, so I'm going to talk about Kenny Gainwell. And full disclosure here. What'd you say?
I said, speaking of doing well, talk about your player. And you said, can he gain well? Well, it's so well. Go ahead.
I didn't hear if you said well or why.
Well.
I don't know.
Why is well? Why is well? Because I don't believe it. But go ahead. Explain your reasoning. Twisted.
Yeah, I know. Full disclosure, I don't know if I'd necessarily feel this way if I wasn't an Eagles fan, because I admittedly didn't do a ton of work on Gainwell. I just kind of assumed that I'm sick and tired of these Memphis running backs being good, and it can't keep fucking happening. And yet now I kind of feel like it might keep happening. And I feel like he was just part of a larger trend of dudes that opted out falling like a round or two for reasons outside of like the top tier guys. And I like him more than I did before the draft. I feel like he should have a pretty good opportunity to take the receiving work pretty early on. If he can't beat out Boston Scott for receiving work, then you should probably just drop him because he's a bust. But assuming he can, that should give him some sort of job. And honestly, I like Miles Sanders, but Miles Sanders is, I believe, a free agent after next season. And like if Gainwell is good, we could very easily be talking about Gainwell getting like 15 to 20 touches a game next season. If he's good. But, I feel like he's probably at like about what Gibson would have costed you last year, like a mid to late second. And I'm not
Don't
saying
say it. All right, go ahead. I'm sorry. It's PTSD. I sold them last year for like a second and a third. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
You can't sell on the guys before the season actually happens. But I mean, yeah, I feel like he's just good bang for your buck. I mean, compared to the other like mid to late round running back options, I feel like he's a pretty solid one. I'm not saying that he is Antonio Gibson, but like he's better than him in college, so that's something at least. If he can be like 60% of Antonio Gibson, that ought to be a solid player.
Tony Pollard. You're speaking of him right now.
If he could be Tony Pollard, then like he'll be getting touches.
Indeed.
So like, I mean, Sirianni, I feel like, you have to see how it's going to work out in Philly, but he showed some willingness to move around some running backs last year, and I don't think Sanders is a bell cow, especially in terms of receiving work. So I expect Gainwell to get some touches, and if he's good, to get some more touches, and then you could be looking at yourself as having a nice little asset on your hands. Brandon,
Nice little asset.
I don't disagree.
Nice
I don't disagree. And
Brandon
Ed
disagrees.
disagrees with my first choice favorite,
oh boy.
Dyami Brown. I believe in the player. Ed does not believe in the player. He thinks he's trash and a fraud.
Wait. Before you do go into your explanation, if anybody wants to see my explanation, you can check it out somewhere.
I just wrapped up. Your explanation was that you thought he's trash for no reason.
No, they need to watch the video so they can see my explanation, Brandon.
First choice rounds.
Like the video as well, but go ahead.
Yes, like it.
Brown, I believe in the player. I think I don't think much of Curtis Samuel being there. I've said in past videos, I think each of these players play a role. I think Brown was a steal in the fourth round? Third or fourth round, I believe.
I believe third.
Third.
Pick 80 something, I think.
Yeah. I think
87.
I think that Brown is just going to be successful. And who knows, maybe he gets buried in the depth chart, but I think talent will win out. And unlike Tony, I think Brown has the talent.
Wait, why'd you bring up Tony? Is it because the frauds?
82.
Because Well, I guess I should say last video, Tony was Edenized fraud,
Number one.
and we don't like him because he was buried on the depth chart and opportunity may not be there. But in this case, I believe that Brown has the skills to, you know, make
Outplay
something.
Curtis Samuel, which is
Yes.
not exactly a high bar to clear.
I
Devonta Smith.
have high faith. High faith.
Whatever you have to
Indeed.
say about him, I just want you to know that I'm 15% higher on him.
15?
15% higher on him. Smith.
I don't know. I mean,
Fucking guy.
he's a fucking guy.
Every guy who goes to the Philadelphia Eagles
Is
your
Alex's guy.
I've been a fan of Smith before the Eagles, so like I don't want to hear that shit.
That's fair.
I didn't want to think about us being able to get him because I just didn't really think it would happen. So I just kind of stopped thinking about it. But then then it happened. So anyway, Ed.
Pretty much just well, I'm an Eagles fan too, partially.
He gets
kind
open.
of. He literally gets open. Yeah.
He gets open.
He gets open. The only downfall is the team that he's on, I'd say. Though it might be shot to say it. You never know, Jalen Hurts, right? 52.
Well, Hurts can't really throw the ball,
percentage.
but it's fine because he'll hit Smith sometime.
All he has to do is Smith's going to be wide open. Hopefully, he hits a wide open player. Who
He's
really
open.
knows? You never know. You never know, Jalen Hurts. And the
He gets
Eagles, if Jalen Hurts is even the starting quarterback next year, we'll see. Joe Flacco.
If
Maybe.
it's Flacco, I'm killing myself, so don't have to worry about that.
Well, you heard that live here. All right. Yeah, Devonta Smith's my favorite. I mean, I don't want to make any bold statements or anything. He's my wide receiver too, but he's pretty close to Chase. Yeah, that's it.
I mean, I think he's close. I mean, I think Chase has better like physical skills, but like Smith just pretty consistently gets open. And like that's kind of what the idea of being a receiver is. You run around until you're open. And Smith
Jerry
seems
Jeudy.
to do that more, yeah. Although he's got better hands than Judy, and I feel like probably gets open better than Judy.
Yeah, for sure.
Without not slight on Judy, but Devonta Smith gets open. Why am I moving on? All right, I guess we'll go back up to the top of the list. My next guy is Terrace Marshall. Haven't really discussed him much at all. Ed is happy with that.
I'm on the train.
Terrace Marshall. So the reason I say, and I'm not gonna buy into the whole like, oh, he performs better as the third wheel because like obviously he's gonna play better with Burrow and like no spotlight than like with whoever the hell replaced Burrow. Because I couldn't tell you. I don't think any of you could.
No clue.
And like defense is keying in on him. So I don't really, that's not a huge factor, but like, I don't know. He'll probably start out as like the fourth receiver in Carolina, but that's fine because Robbie Anderson's an unrestricted free agent this season. And like, I just think Marshall's got like, he can beat out David Moore in time. He's big. He's fast. He can hopefully get open.
In time, there's concern of
I'm just in on it.
David Moore.
I'm thinking he beats David Moore out pretty quick.
Well, I mean, he's a rookie, so Moore will probably start in the slot at first. But like, I mean, that's not to say that Marshall's not going to get any work this season because I think he will. But like, I think whatever he gets this season, you're potentially looking at like double that next season if Anderson walks because Marshall's hopefully your wide receiver too at that point.
Facts. Yeah, I like it.
You're like 3 behind McCaffrey, but still a starting receiver. I don't care. Works for me.
I like it. I love it. I want some more of it.
Got some skills. He's big. He's fast. He gets open a little bit. Not a lot. A little bit. Serve.
It's just enough.
Good enough.
Just
For Sam Darnold to miss him.
hopefully not.
Well,
Speaking of Sam Darnold's old team,
yeah, Michael Carter taking the lead horse back. It's gonna happen. I don't care what anyone says.
he's like this tall.
I don't care. I legitimately do not care. When it comes to running backs, it only matters about opportunity in my mind. I mean,
If Brandon, the shortest
skill
player on the
matters.
field with 300 carries, a 5-foot running back with 300 carries, he'd love it. He'd love it.
Are they really
2
gonna,
yards per carry, but yeah, I like it too.
Are they really going to split carries with Tevin Coleman? Come on. Like,
Probably, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
at
probably.
first. And then they're going to be like, holy shit, Michael Carter's so much more efficient. Let's, get
Carter
him a little
seems
bit
like
more.
a guy more likely to pop off in his second or third season.
And if that's the case, that's the case. But as of right now, he's got the opportunity to pop off. I mean, like people are talking about like Kenneth Gainwell and stuff, but like they're behind players. You got a guy coming in. You got a guy coming in behind.
What do you mean people? I am right fucking here. People.
Well, it goes beyond just you, which I don't disagree. I think Gainwell's a steal
The
and
hell out of my house.
the mid round. When was Gainwell drafted?
Second round, like mid-second. Yeah.
Mid second
and
round,
R1 was
and that's a steal
203.
for the type of player he is and the situation. That's a steal, in my opinion. I think Michael Carter at the end of the first, beginning of the second, is also a steal because I think he's got the opportunity to get a workhorse back or be the
Not be a
workhorse back.
workhorse back. I will say that right here, guaranteed, will not be the workhorse back next season. Not a chance.
Regardless, he will be efficient.
I think it's in touches next season, but workhorse, absolutely not. Zero chance. You heard it here first. If I'm wrong, I will cut off both of my ears.
This man is violent as hell.
Really?
All right. Anyway, let's stay with the
All of
Jets. My favorite is Zach Wilson, a dude who I think at one point I was hating on a decent amount, and Alex doesn't like him either, right? If I recall correctly.
I don't love him.
Oh,
Mostly just because he
him. I
looks
was like,
like
whoa,
a
where'd that come
douchebag
from?
and because he's going to the Jets. So that's just not good.
He looks like a 16-year-old werewolf from like a Disney movie or something. But anyway, he's on the Jets, which also does not seem like the best situation to be in. But the wide receivers that he has, pretty nice. And the fact that he's going after all those quarterbacks, some people that you see, they may take Mac Jones over him, which is questionable, which I would not do that.
That's
but
absurd.
It is absurd. It is absurd. But I think Zach Wilson definitely has a chance to be like in that top 3 in the first couple of years, just because I think that the surrounding cast that he has is pretty nice. Have a small sample on him actually being good, so there's a good bit of unknown, I guess you could say, to him. But yeah, the wide receivers that he has are pretty good, and I don't know anything about the kid really too much, and he's mobile, I guess. So that could help with some yards here and there.
That I think Elijah Moore's strengths overlap with his strengths. So
Denzel Mims too.
Who?
Are you acting like you don't know the man?
Who is
Never heard of him.
Elijah Moore character?
Oh, yeah, who was Elijah Moore? Oh, Jesus. All right.
He sounds like a fraud.
All right, Brandon, it looks as if you have a third favorite, so if you want to drop that name real quick.
Yeah, it's just Jalen Waddle. I think a lot of people have been down on him since he was drafted to the Dolphins.
Poor Henry Ruggs had to ruin this man's perception.
Yeah, I remember going into the ranking videos, I ranked him pretty low because of his skill set. Like, speed back,
no, he's not
speed
Henry
receiver.
Ruggs,
And like
he's getting he's a running back.
And I feel like after
RB1.
the draft,
Miami.
I go the opposite way from everyone else. Everyone else is like, oh, I'm going to start ranking him lower. And then I'm thinking like, well, he's becoming more of a like steal as like ADP goes on.
I just think they made a mistake drafting him over Smith, so I'm going to roast them for that. But
that's fine. So be it. And he's, I just think that he's coming back with Tua. You never know if Tua's hip injury from before his rookie season had a effect on his play. You never know, and never know what's going to happen. And plus, Will Fuller is only a 1-year deal, so if Tua sucks, Will Fuller will be gone, and most likely they get a top pick to get a quarterback, and then
they don't have no top pick. Their pick belongs to us.
I forgot about that.
I ain't drafting no fucking quarterback in the second round.
Well, then they have to. Tua's gonna have to show out, and
Tua needs.
He will. Tua will show out. I'll say that.
He's got his old teammate. I think the chemistry is there. So
Jalen Waddle plays in the slot too. I do think he'd be a favorite of mine too. I did rank him a little too low. I would say that. I think I ranked him after Rondale Moore, but I've come down to earth on that, and I'll definitely put him over Rondale. But yeah, there's definitely a chance for him to do something sweet the first year, if not multiple years. But I think Tua is probably going to succeed a good bit with him. So I like that. I like that favorite you got for him. But yeah. Is that it for everybody?
That's it. A lot of favorites. There's nobody to like.
Dyami Brown, you heard it here in this
Trace
video
Sermon.
first.
Elijah Mitchell.
This video,
Elijah
not the
Moore.
last video.
Elijah Moore.
Rashad Bateman. Come on.
Elijah Moore.
Rashad Bate.
You're not gonna bring up Terrace Sermon?
I already whispered that. I said Trace.
And
Sermon.
right at time.
Like, comment, share, subscribe. I will be writing an article here shortly about some sleepers in the deep rounds. If you guys didn't already do your rookie drafts, which I'm sure you already did, but also waiver wire targets, maybe some rookies. We'll see how it goes. But check out firstchoicepodcast.com and subscribe to the channel while you're here. So, deuces.
Later.